Welcome back to Starfish Sea Fishing. It's been a while since I've been out, about 6 months. Had a bit of a leg injury. Just about recovered now, doing myself fit to get back out. So I'm coming out tonight in the north of Anglesey. I'm going to be trying for the Conger Eels tonight, hopefully some bullets as well. I'm going to try for pollock while it's daylight. I'm not expecting much action to come until we get to the dark tonight. It's just on low water now. We're going to fish it up to high a couple of hours back. The mark I'm fishing, it's got a really fast tide run. I come here on a 7.5 metre tide to try and combat that and make it a bit easier fishable. I'll be fishing one rod at a time. I'll go through the rigs I'm using, the baits, and we'll see how we get on. Quite an uncomfortable mark I'm fishing tonight. There's literally enough room for me on this little ledge. I'll show you how high and steep it is in a minute. Not for everybody. I'm going to be fishing an 8.0 hook, wide gape 8.0 from Seaglow, 200 pound mono on a running ledge rig, just a crude rudimentary breakaway here, onto 150 pound mono and onto an 80 pound shock leader. I'll put mackerel and squid on this. I'll do a bait up in a minute. This will be going out throughout the session. I'll be swapping it for the pennel later and putting it further out when the tide calms down. But at the moment, this will be sitting at about 30-40 yards out, and hopefully I'll pick something good up. This is my little perch for the night. That's where I'll be going down to land the fish. The fish in the flooding tide here. It's quite rough. There's a good strong tide pull down there. That's about the only room I have to fish off here. Going up and up and up, and then it carries on going up there. So very steep ledge, not for everybody this type of fishing. Lovely mark though. I've had some good fish here in the past. Let's get some baits in. I'll do a quick bait up tonight. Just basically frozen mackerel. Just chop the head off it a little bit. Just chop it in half, about the right size for the conger. It's quite frozen, this bait at the moment, but hopefully it'll thaw out. But it's only about 3 degrees today. It's quite cold. I'm wrapped up like an Eskimo as well, so I feel quite uncomfortable on here today. Just put a little slit up the side. Basically, put the 8.0 hook through. Nothing fancy with these baits at all. Just going to be a horrible, messy conger bait for the day. Literally just put a little bit of bait elastic that to hold the hook in. Nothing fancy. Just straight mackerel today. I'll try mackerel. I've got some vampire squid as well from bluefin on Anglesey. I'm going to try that out today. But basically, a little bit of mackerel, 8.0 hook. I'm going to chop a little bit of squid up as well. I need this bait to defrost a little bit though. I wish it was a bit warmer today. All I do with the squid is I like to use the head and just attach it just below the hook, so the tentacles are just hanging off the top of the hook, and then I tie the bait together. Now I don't want it so the hook's masked, so I'll just trim that down a little bit. Takes a bit of time. It's not very good, this bait, when it's this frozen. I've literally just been in the shop and picked it up. See how we get on. Hopefully in about an hour or so it'll be a bit more manageable. I've left it out on the rocks to defrost, although I don't know how it's going to defrost today, to be fair. Get a bit of bait elastic around that. So I find the conger tend to like the squid tentacles for some reason, the way they react in the water, but they like to nibble on them and take them quite readily. I don't know if we'll get a conger today, but we've got to try. You know, we'll just make nice little bait like so. Not very pleasant looking, but you don't need much for conger. It's all about scent. So we'll just lob this out about 40 yards, and then I'll rig up a 2-hook flapper, put a bit of mackerel on that, lob that out and see if we can get a few pollock as well. We're just going to kick this out about 20 yards, literally just a flick. Keep this one close in, hopefully we'll get some action close in with the conger eel. It might not come till it's dark, but we'll just give it a gentle lob out. And then I'll just let it settle and see what the tide flow's like here. It's only just started to flood back. Usually pulls quite strong here for the first couple of hours, so I might just be stuck with one rod for the night. But we'll see how it goes at the moment. Low tide. Let's hope he can hold bottom down here. Reels of the day, got my diver Solstice with me. Century Tip Tornado Sports going out first with the Conger Eels. Seems to be holding tide out there. Remember to set your ratchet as well, because occasionally this mark can throw some fish up that do actually run. I've got my Seaglow GT1 out there. I'm going to be lobbing that out with a 2-up flapper until the tide calms down later, then I'll have 2 conger rods out. But just for now, I'm going to try for a little pollock. Second rig out tonight, going to use a little small pulley, a little bit of mackerel on the end. Got a 4.0 octopus hook from Seaglow, just some 80 pounds rig body. And 80 pound rig body again, little Gemini splashdown, green from Seaglow again. I'm going to bait this up with a bit of mackerel, throw it out, and hopefully you can get a pollock before it gets dark. We'll give that a little shot. So just going to be using a simple little bit mackerel, tiny little bit of squid, really small base. We'll lob that out and see what picks that up. Obviously I've got my landing net as well. I'll have to clamber down here to land the fish. I'll be getting quite close to the water's edge. There is a bit of a swell on now, so I just have to make sure it doesn't pick up any worse, but that's landable at the moment, no problem. Right, first baits are in. I'm going to do about 30-minute casts, see how it goes. Not expecting much action really till night time, but we'll see how it goes. Probably over high water later on tonight is probably when the conger and huss and things will start showing up. Usually do get some stuff quite close in here. So I've not really been fishing since July last year. I was after the tow, enjoying myself. I slipped my knee inside. I've got a metal disc inside there. It slipped, my knee swelled up like a balloon. So it's now February. I'm finally fit to get back out. Just keeping a close eye on my rods there. There's a seal down there as well, which I'm not very happy about, but hopefully it goes away. Never feed the seals off the rocks when you see them. Once you feed them, they won't go away, they'll come back. So yeah, I've had a bit of a break, 6-month break. It's good to be back out. It's first week of February. Enjoying myself today. Looking forward to this session. Not really bothered what I catch. I'd like a conger eel, that's the mission. What size, not particularly bothered. Just want to fish today. If I catch a dogfish, I'll be happy. Just really good to be back out. Let's get on with the fishing. Just do another quick bait up there. Basically 8-0 hook just through the head of the fish. Always make a little slit to bury the line in. Put a little bit of bait elastic around that. Not much at first, just a little bit. Get some bait elastic around that. The first bait went out. This only lasted about 30 minutes and it was stripped. So at the moment there must be some crab down there, or little blemmies having a buffet. Just add a little bit of squid to this as well. So I'll just take some squid, chop that down the centre, keep all the gooiness inside, and then just wrap the squid around, zip tie it on. Just wrap the squid around, bait elastic on. I'm going to use quite big baits here because I want to keep the dogfish off, because I guarantee the dogfish are going to come on the feed at some point as soon as it gets dark. So I'm going to use a bait that a dogfish can't get in its mouth and only a conger is going to be able to take, or a huss. So we've got quite a big bait going out. Lob that out for 30 minutes, see what happens this time. Other rig I'll be using tonight, going to be using 6-0 wide gape hook from Seaglow with an 8-0 on the back, 200 pound snud line on a 5-foot pulley with a 150 pound rig body. Just a 5-foot pulley, Gemini splashdown, even mackerel on that, and we'll get this one a bit further out. That bait on the pennel pulley will just be 6/0 hook and 8/0 hook, Seaglow wide gates, just a piece of mackerel. Set the hook quite at the back. We'll see what this picks up at distance. Just getting geared up for the night session now. It's about 2 degrees now. It's probably going to drop to 1 or 0 tonight probably. Big baits out now, one about 60-70 yards out, one about 20 to 30 yards out. We'll just see how it goes with them. I'm getting some dogfish knocks, that's for sure. Sure it won't be long till one of those show up. So I'm just trying to fish this channel down here. We're about 40-50 yards out where the white line is. Somewhere out there. And hopefully we'll pick a huss up or a conger at some point. But we're getting ready for the night session now, so next time we see it, it'll be dark. And hopefully I'll have a fish. I'll be trying some of this later tonight as well, some vampire squid, courtesy of Bluefin. Just give me a pack of this to try. I'll get that on with some mackerel. Lovely looking squid anyway, we'll see what this does. We'll try that for the bait, see how that works. Well, first fish out, a little conger eel. When I struck this before, I knew it was a little conger the way it pulled down. 3 little pulls, and then all of a sudden I got a really big knock, and it felt like this fish was a lot heavier. I think I've just found out why. I'll show you in a minute. Well, first conger out, quite happy. So here we go, first little conger fish out tonight. So this felt like a really heavy fish. It felt like something started off small and had a really big take on it. I just think I found out why. If you look at this conger's tail, something's taken off its tail off. So I think there's a bigger conger out there, and it's attacked this one as I was bringing just before it struck it. Yeah, half his tail's gone. Still, species have been hit. They're starting to come on the feed now over high water. Let's try and get another one, and hopefully you can find out what did that. So first conger out. I'll get the hook out of him now and release him. Yeah, I'd like to find out what ate his tail as I was bringing him in, but happy days. Fish is target's been hit. See if we can get some more out. Conger eel number 2, slightly better size one now. Still nothing major, but still they're on the feed now. Hopefully we can get a good size one. But mission accomplished again. Conger eel number 2. Quite happy with that one. So here he is, conger eel number 2. Better size one this. I'm not going to weigh him, he's not massive, but better size conger. Big mouth on him. I'll get the hook out in a minute. It's only a single hook in there. I'll get the degorger on him now. Save doing it off camera. But yeah, the fish are on the feed, so quite happy today. Hopefully we'll get a good size one in a bit then if they're on the feed now, but you never know. It's mission accomplished. Conger. One more little strap conger there. I always de-hook them afterwards. It's just easier to hold them like this. Keep your fingers well away from their mouths, even at this size it hurts. So yeah, one more strap conger. Quite happy with that. Still biting at the moment. The tide's starting to flood back. We'll see how long I can hold out now. Hopefully about an hour. We'll see what happens. But again, one more little strap conger, only a small one again, but they're still feeding. One more strap conger out there, only a small one again. They always leave the lining when they hold them, because it just saves having your fingers chopped off with these slimy things. Even ones of this size can hurt you. So I'll regorge him in a minute, get it out. But yeah, another little fish on. I think the other rod's knocking again, so I better get this back. There's a T-bar I use to get the hooks out the conger. I usually do it down on the water's edge. I'm filming by myself tonight, but put that in on the hook, turn the line back the other way and let the fish drop off in the water. It's just safer. Save the fish hitting the rocks. Well, one more little strap conger out. I've got my last rod out now. I'm going to pull that in, see what's on that. But yeah, target's being hit tonight. I'll quickly show you how to get the hook out while I'm here. So basically what you do, I'm not going to do it here because I always do it over the water, otherwise it's just going to fall and hit the rocks. Basically put that on into the hook fish's mouth and then give it a couple of shakes like that over the water and it'll pop, it'll come off. So I've decided to call it a night there. All the fish came out over high water, really the hour either side of slack, over high. 4-strap conger eels, nothing big tonight, but I've really enjoyed being back out. I haven't been out for 6 months, so that really enjoyed tonight, to be fair. Got me target species for tonight. We'll try again on the conger through the year. Hopefully we'll get into the big ones at some point, but it's good to catch fish. It's great to be back out. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I've got a load more in the pipeline for this year. I might do a bit more filming. I'm not sure how it's turned out tonight. I noticed my camera had messed up at some point during tonight, so hopefully I've got all the footage I need for tonight anyway. Hope you're enjoying the videos. There's plenty more to come. There'll be tope fishing again this year. Back on the thornback rays, smooth hounds. We're going for all sorts this year. Might even be a few away trips as well, but talk about them later in the year. Anyway, thanks for watching Starfish Sea Fishing, and I'll see you again.